Hello and welcome to Honest Tool Reviews. First thing you see about me is that my shirt is absolutely atrocious. So I want to go ahead and say two things. Yes, this shirt is atrocious. It's dirty, it's nasty, it's filthy, it's horribly ran through the ringer. I understand. I respect that. There's everything from oil and transmission fluid to fiberglass in this shirt. I've recently started using a crap ton of shirts from a former employer as oil rags, and if you have to take a shit and you're on a long drive and there's no toilets anywhere, you can run off into the woods and wipe your ass with the shirt kind of thing. So I have a number of shirts that I wear to do really dirty things, and this is just one of them. Overlook that for a few minutes because I have a quick tool review that I would like to give you. I don't believe I have done this yet, and I would like to. I honestly can't give you a brand because it doesn't have one, which is amazing because you'd think that they would want to put their name on their tool. I believe O'Reilly's sells these. I probably even got these from O'Reilly's, but because it's not green, I'm thinking it was AutoZone. But I know I bought these from an auto mechanic store and not just a tool company. This is a oil filter wrench, and it's not just an oil filter wrench. It's an adjustable, almost like a channel lock, but not quite. See, the way this works is there's three locations that are just kind of slotted, and if you open this, you can move it into one of the three locations, and you get three adjustable sizes. And of course, the size is also kind of contrary to the way channel locks work. By their very nature, they're not great. These are. These work really good because when you close it on something, you can kind of close it to wherever it needs to be. You can apply a little extra pressure and close it a little too far, even. But it works on, God forbid, I'm showing bullets. It works on a oil filter. And how you use it on an oil filter is you find the size of the oil filter and you completely encircle the entirety of the oil filter completely. You don't want to pinch it with just the front like some people tend to be very bad with channel locks. Try to fight a bolt like that. No, you want to completely encapsulate it, squeeze it, and then turn. And like channel locks, which people don't seem to know how to use, it has a right way to pull it. Notice this side is shorter, this side is longer, and this side holds the channels. You want to pull down on that side. You want to pull following the handle. Now, this is the shorter side. This applies pressure. This side has more grip, and it applies the turn. Now, I can't give you a name for these. I can't give you anything really, and you're probably going to see that from the title. But I've changed the oil in a few of my vehicles, and I've thought this is so much better than the other one. What other one? Uh-oh. Is it still in here? Uh-oh. How did I lose that? Oh, wait, that it counts as a socket, right? Do I have it up here? Huh. Maybe I threw it away. That's not like me to miss anything. So, most likely... Oh, wait. I know where it's at. Give me just a minute. I will be right back. I don't often lose things. Sometimes I misplace them. I don't often lose them. For you to understand what I mean by this one's better than that one, I'd have to show you. This one is a socket. It fits on the wrench. You can also do a extension and make it as far away from the wrench as you need to get it up inside a vehicle. And for some things like that, you can't turn this in an engine bay where there's no room to turn this. So that's why I didn't think I'd thrown it away. I had it in my service box that I roll outside to do the work. But this turns, and as it turns in the direction to turn and to pull off the oil filter, it tightens. By tightening, it grips the oil filter and helps turn the oil filter. And it gives 3 solid locations. But the problem with this is if you're trying to start it and the oil filter and this don't grip, it slips and doesn't get any tighter. It has to have grip to get tighter. So it can't be oily. You need to wipe down the oil filter really good. Maybe even take a piece of sandpaper and scuff up the paint a little bit to make it tacky, which will really help with this. I'm going to put this in here and not in the service cart, because I'm not always doing an oil change when I do services to my vehicles. So that was in there because I had just done oil changes in this, but it doesn't need to stay in there. I'm a little bit better than that. Put that back in there with the rest of the wrenches and sockets. Okay. This, as I have said, has 3 sizes, because oil filters do come in several sizes, and this does 3. There could be more than 3 sizes to oil filters. There could be only 3 sizes to oil filters, but every time I've ever done an oil change, this has had the correct size on it. I have had one time where the oil filter, as I squished, it crushed, but turning and taking it off was no problem. If you just wanted to remove one to check it visually for something and put it back on, I probably wouldn't use this, because when you crush it, you're running the risk of breaking the seal at the top. But it's still very handy. I think I might have paid 20 bucks for it, and that 20 bucks has came a long way for me. It has been, God, I lived in Goldsboro when I bought this thing. No, it was before I moved to Goldsboro. I've had this probably 8 years now. Could be a little longer than that. But it has never let me down. Not a single time. I have used it hundreds of times, but only for oil filters, because that's literally the only use for it. So because it only gets one use, I can't give it a 5 out of 5. And because I can't give you a name off of it, I can't even tell you what the tool is. But it's an oil filter channel lock, or an oil filter wrench channel lock. Because that, not channel lock brand, but channel lock design, where you have different channels. Well, I guess I could just call it an adjustable oil filter wrench. That'll probably be the name of the video. If so, good for me. But I wanted to go ahead and tell y'all about this and say that it gets 4 out of 5 stars, because it's never let me down. Whereas the other one has been absolutely ridiculous, and I remember taking a hammer and just hitting a screwdriver through the oil filter and then turning it with this screwdriver like a handle, like a T-handle, because I was fucking mad. It was bad. I've had both of these a long time, and this has really, really been helpful. So the next time you're going to go do an oil change, consider picking up one of these instead of one of the 3 different size cup socket things. Because if you buy one for one size and it's not the size of your next one, then you're not actually going to be able to use it. You have to go buy another size and a 3rd size. This has all 3 sizes, and you don't run the risk of it slipping on the bottom of the filter the way some of them do. Even the socket type that sits on it like a socket can slip, because the oil filter can kind of move a little bit in and out. It wiggles, so you can squeeze it. So the socketing design doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, make a good grip. This, though, you can ensure that you get it off. And because of that, I have really enjoyed using this, and it has been very, very effective for me. If it helps you to identify the product, it does say 1 7/8 to 4. and it says China. You know what? I made a video a week or so ago about this flashlight. We're going to continue to use it. Look at that. If you see this and you want to take your shot to pick it up, pick it up. And if you haven't, or have used it, or have any experience with these, let me know in the comments below how you feel about them, because some people actually prefer other things. But I approve of this and appreciate this. It has been a saving grace for me. And again, I give it 4 out of 5. That has been a really short tool review at Honest Tool Reviews. And as always, stay safe out there. Bye.